I'm Gary Bembridge and I'm here in the heart of northeast Wales. I'm going to share with you the must-see and must-do things in this remarkable, historical, cultural and beautiful part of the world. We're going to start our journey and must-do things looking at the waterways and the canals in Llangollen. They are a masterpiece of engineering built by two remarkable gentlemen, Thomas Telford and William Jessup. They created a network of canals which enabled the Industrial Revolution to happen in this part of the world. It brought raw materials and then was able to take away mass-produced goods. The highlight is the World Heritage Site, which is the aqueduct of Pont Sus Ses Caer. It's the world's highest navigable aqueduct. This magnificent ribbon of water through the air is over 120 feet above the River Dee and came into service in 1805. It's very popular for sailing canal barges over and walking across, and you do need a head for heights because it's very high up, but it is a magnificent structure. Absolute must do. The next key site, which is linked to the canals, is the Horseshoe Falls. This was a structure that was created to help divert water from the River Dee into the canals. It's a great place to go, particularly in summer. The other thing I recommend linked to the canals is an institution that's been going for over 130 years. That's back in Llangollen, the horse-drawn canal boat tours. You can go on tours which last just 45 minutes. You can go on tours which will take you to the Horseshoe Falls, which last 2 hours. And then you can get motorized trips from here, which will take you right to the aqueduct, travel over the aqueduct and head back by bus. The canals were extremely successful, but they were decimated with the introduction of the railway. Now, there's a great heritage railway known as the Llangollen Steam Railway. So the original train line came into service in the 1860s. It eventually closed down in 1965. Some volunteers gathered together, and in 1975, they started running a small section of the track, the full track, which is now 10 miles, which runs between Llangollen and Cowan, only really came into full service in 1990. There are 5 stops along the way, including the starting and ending point. One of the things I would recommend is you can also book to have cream tea on board, or you can actually book a picnic on board, which you collect at the station and have on board. It's really great fun. Make sure that you sit on the platform side when you leave the main station, because all the great scenery is on that side. So my next tip is, as we head towards the sea, is explore some of the castles and stately homes on your way to the coast. First of all, the one I recommend that you go to, as it's pretty magnificent and quite near Llangollen, is Erheg. It was lived in by the York family for over 250 years and was handed over to the National Trust in the 1970s. It has one of the biggest collections of furniture, artifacts and memorabilia from any family of any National Trust property. It is packed and jammed full with original furniture, paintings, photographs and artifacts. Probably one of the most impressive places to visit is Chirk Castle, and was originally built by the English to help reinforce and keep control over the Welsh. It was actually lived in by the Middleton family for over 450 years, with a short break between the world wars when they leased it out. Inside the castle, again, is a massive collection of furniture, fixtures and artifacts. And of course, like so many stately homes and castles, it is a National Trust property. About an hour from Llangollen is the next stop as you head towards the coast. And this is Bodl Withan. From after the First World War, run up to the 1980s, it operated as a private girls' school. Once the school closed down, the council took it over and has spent time reconstructing it and bringing in a large collection of artwork by Welsh artists. And it's a great stop on your way towards the coast. So after exploring the waterways and the steam trains and then heading on and looking at all the beautiful castles and stately homes, I recommend you head towards the beautiful beaches of Prestatyn. These are 3 beaches that are over 5 miles long. They're big sandy beaches. The tide goes out really fast. You can walk for ages before you get to the water. People will go there, they build sandcastles because it's a nice sandy beach. They go cycling, they go walking, they go running. It really is a great place to go. In northeast Wales, there is a huge amount to do. Of course, all around you is incredible landscapes and scenery. So if you're into walking, cycling, there are plenty of spaces, plenty of open spaces and beautiful scenery to just head out on walks. And even all of the stately homes and the castles have walking routes that you can head off out on. So of course there's huge amounts of activities within the whole northeast Wales area. But for me, my passion is culture, it's transportation, it's stately homes, and I found a huge amount to do. Hopefully you found that helpful and interesting. I'd love it if you did, if you watch many more of my Tips for Travelers videos, which are designed to help you make much more of your precious travel time and money on both land and at sea.